All right, and we're rolling. What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Trey with John, and we're back with another Forex video. This one in particular, you guys, is going to save a lot of y'all, right, from a lot of stress when trading. Talking about those days and those nights when you're in drawdown, stressing, when you're consistently losing and you're stressing, right? And we're not going to be talking about a particular strategy or anything like that. We're going to be talking about something much more simpler that I feel like a lot of people overlook, right? This is the number one thing that really got me profitable when it came to trading, right? I've tried it all, right? The best indicators, the best strategies, the best time zones, everything. And it really just came down to being disciplined with this one simple thing that we're going to talk about. As you can see here, we're going to be talking about risk to reward, right? The best kept secret. Now, what is risk to reward? Now, basically, guys, what that means is what are we risking, right, on a trade, right? 10 pips, $10, whatever. What are we risking versus what we're looking to gain on that same trade? Right? That's what risk to reward is. What am I risking versus what am I gaining, right? And this is a super important concept because when consistency comes into play, on top of risk to reward, you get a really good gain on your account, right? Really consistent gain, and it takes a lot of stress away from you. And it's just something that I've been doing that I've seen that has really improved, my state of mind when it comes to trading, but then also just my percentages. So yeah, so one-to-one, as you guys can see here, we're gonna start off with this. What is a one-to-one risk to reward? Well, it's really simple. It's when whatever you risk, you're looking to gain. So in this case, we're looking to risk 10 pips on this trade, right? Which means if we win the trade, then we're looking to gain 10 pips, right? Now, I'm going to add a little bit of extra sauce on top of the risk to reward for you guys, okay? Now, this is something that I've also used that has tremendously helped out with trading, and that's tying your risk to a percentage of your account and your reward to a percentage of your account. Now, what do I mean by that? Basically, whatever your stop loss is, right? No, I'm not talking about the pips here, but like how much you're actually planning to lose. You tie that into a percentage of your account. So if let's say your account is $100, 1% of that would be a dollar, right? So the most you can lose on a trade is a dollar. It doesn't matter if it's 10 pips, 2 pips, 3 pips. As long as those pipages, right, equal that $1, you're fine. And as long as you follow that same method, that same planning, your reward will always be in percentages. So if you're risking 1% and you're doing a one-to-one, then you're going to gain 1%, right? Now, over here, we have a 1-to-2. 1-to-2 is a little bit better, right? Because you're risking 1%, right? But now you're gaining 2 times that, which is 2% of your account. Now, this is really good because let's say if you lose a trade and then you win the next trade, right? Now you're actually up 1% on your account. You're in the profits, even though you've broken even technically with your wins and losses, right? You won one and you lost one. That's why, 1-to-2 is pretty good. But what I aim to achieve and what I aim for every time I trade is a 1-to-3. I feel like it's the best median. It's the best of both worlds, right? Because with a 1-to-3, as you already know, you're risking 1%, just like all these trades here, but you're gaining 3% now. 3%, right? So that's pretty cool. Now, if you do the same thing that we just did with the 1-to-2 risk to reward, right? We lost the first one and then we won the second. So if we lose the first one, right, we're down 1%. We win the second one, we gain 3%, right? But since we lost a percentage, we're actually up 2%, right? And this is really good because now when you get more consistent with your winning, right, winning 2 or 3 trades back to back to back can significantly put you ahead versus if you're trading without a plan, without a risk to rewards. Now you're just aimlessly losing percentages based off of a loss. You can have 5 wins and on that 6th win, knock out 50% of what you just won for the day or the week, right? And that doesn't make sense. That's how most traders end up giving a lot of the money they make in the market back to the market. And it's because you're not following a simple risk to reward plan, strategy, and being consistent with it, right? You can't just take a 1-to-3 and then switch and take a 1-to-1 because it's not going to map out. Because if you take a 1-to-3, right, and let's say you lost that trade, but then you take a 1-to-1 and then you win that trade, it's not the same because you only won 1% when technically you're supposed to win 3%, right? And it's not like the risk changes. The risk is always going to remain 1%, right? But that's the key right there, guys. That 1% always on your risk, right? That's going to super help you guys out a lot. Now, over here, I just broke down exactly the 3 wins and 7 losses scenario. So if you were to win 3 trades out of 10, and then if you were to lose, those 7 trades out of 10, resulting in a 3 win, 7 loss ratio, Let's see how that would map out in some of these risk to rewards that we mapped out earlier. In a 1-to-1, you would actually be down 4%, right? So obviously, if you're losing a lot more than you're winning, 1-to-1 risk to reward is probably not the best scenario for you. Now, at a 1-to-2 risk to reward scenario, you're actually down only 1%. Not too bad considering that, you lost 7 times and you won 3 times. You're only down 1%. These are probably more common, and the average trader can probably catch more 1-to-2s than more 1-to-3s, of course, right? So not too bad. But now you have your 1-to-3s and you're actually up a percentage, right? How is it possible that we can win 3 trades, lose 7, and yet we're still up 1%? Right? And now if you were to do the math and flip it backwards, imagine you winning 7 times and losing only 3, right? And keeping that kind of consistency, how much gains on your account you can make. It's ridiculous. So when you have a strategy like this and a plan like this, it's really, really hard for you guys to quote unquote blow your account, or even just break even sometimes, right? If you have some good runs. So this is something that, when I first learned it and I implemented it, it completely changed the way I traded. It completely changed everything for me. And ultimately, it gave me peace of mind when I was in drawdown, knowing that, hey, I can lose, but the next trade I win can significantly put me back in the game, right? And that just makes you trade with a lot more ease. And when you're trading in those scenarios and like that, with like a calm mind, a peaceful mind, you make way better decisions, right? But anyways, it's your boy Trade with John. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, let me know in the comment section below if you guys want any more videos regarding trading, different strategies, or just even some live trading, just different things of that nature. I would love to talk about that stuff with you. All right, but anyways, you guys have a wonderful day, and we'll talk soon. Later.